Hey, welcome to Syrup and Eggs. My name is Mike, and today I'm going to show you how I winterize my chicken coop and what I use for a water heater, and I have a small heat source inside the coop for the chickens when it gets really cold. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay, so first I use one of these. It's a cozy coop. It kind of just radiates heat. There's no like flame or heat source that can catch the coop on fire, so it's pretty safe to use. I don't use it very often, just mostly when it gets to those like negative degree days. I'll turn it on for the chickens. Yeah, it just helps them stay a little more comfortable during the winter. And the other thing I use during the winter is my water heater. This is made from a cookie tin, and I'll show you how I do that in a minute. Prior to that, I had bought one from Tractor Supply, and it worked great for a month. It's like the big silver round one. Unfortunately, it stopped working after about a month. I was kind of disappointed, so I went with something a little more simpler, and it works really well. I've used this one for about 3 seasons now. So let me show you how I built this and how it works. All right, so here's a closer look at the cookie tin water heater. So this is what's on the inside. I have a lamp kit that you can buy at Lowe's or Home Depot or any type of hardware store like that. A light bulb, and I have some rocks in there just to help give it some weight and hopefully retain some of the heat. So all I do is when I take it outside, I have it plugged into an extension cord, and then I keep the lamp kit on the on position, and so all I have to do is plug it in and it turns on. And this light bulb stays warm enough that when you have your water on it, that it'll keep that water from freezing all winter, even down to the negative temperatures. Even last year when we had those like negative 10 degrees here in southwest Pennsylvania, it kept the water from freezing. So this works really well. It's super easy to make. It's also very inexpensive to make. All you have to do is have a cookie tin. We just had this laying around the house. I drilled a hole in it to fit the lamp kit, and the whole thing probably cost about $15. Also, don't forget, the light bulb has to be an incandescent light bulb. An LED will not work. Instead of $40 for a water heater from Tractor Supply that wore out in 1 month. So that's it for the water heater. It's pretty simple. Let's go take it outside and we'll get it hooked up to the coop, and I'll show you my setup for that. All right, so we're outside now. We're gonna put all the stuff in the coop. So I have my cozy coop heater, an extension cord, and like a 3-way extension cord to plug everything into, my water heater, and electrical tape. You'll need that to finish everything up. So we'll put this in the coop now. This just hangs on the wall on the inside. If you come inside real quick, you can see there's 2 little screws inside the wall that this just hangs on. All right, and then I have a little hole on the inside of the coop where the extension cord goes through. And then I just leave the switch out here by the nesting boxes so I can turn it on and off when I need to. And this is it. There's just a little hole over here where this comes out, and then I can plug it into the extension cord. So next we'll put the water heater in, and we'll show you that. All right, so now I'm inside the run. I'm gonna get the water heater situated to where I want it. I have a little tiny hole cut in the hardware cloth here, and I keep it sewn up with some twist ties just to make sure no mice or anything find their way in. And I just feed the cord through it. I just make sure I get all the cord all the way through just so the chickens don't mess with it. All right, now that's good. I can put the water container back on it. And that's good to go for winter. Okay, all right. So now I have my 3-way extension cord thing, and I got my cozy coop heater and my water heater. We'll plug these in. And then I usually just let that hang, and then I'll hook this up to the extension cord. Okay, I got my extension cord. This is a exterior extension cord. It's made for outside use. I think that's important since it'll be out for like 4 months here in Pennsylvania, if not more. And then all I do is I take my electrical tape, and I'm pretty liberal with it, just to make sure this all stays, you know, watertight. I don't want any electrical issues. And I just make sure these are all connected well and sealed up with the tape. Like I said, I'm pretty liberal with it, just because it'll be out here in the snow and ice for a few months. The green extension cord runs through the house. I only plug it in when we have those freezing temperatures to keep the water from freezing. When it's not cold, I keep it unplugged so the water heater is not on all the time. Alright, so that seems pretty good. Now I'll do the same with the extension cords here, wrap them up tight. It's been a while since I've made a video, probably a few weeks. We've been kind of busy here. It's archery season for white-tailed deer, and the rut is in full swing right now, so I've been spending a lot of time out in the woods. But I'm glad to be back here making videos. All right, there we go. That's all tight. And then all I do is I take this extension cord. It's a 50-footer. And I run it back to the house, and we have an outlet outside. I plug it in. And that's all good to go for your chickens for the winter, at least for me. If you feel like you need more for your chickens, you could add extra bedding to help keep them warm in the winter, but they'll be fine. All the chickens have lots of feathers. They know how to move them around to keep warm. The 3 older chickens, this will be their 4th winter, so they've done a pretty good job. And they're birds. You have birds outside all winter long, so they'll be fine. So I just have that little heater inside when we get to like the negative degrees or 0 temps, just to take the edge off for them. So if you like this content, please subscribe and like. Comment below if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.